More than 25,000 people will walk or run to raise money for heart research and education.
It's all part of the American Heart Association's Heart Mini, and for one patient, it is very personal. Joining us now to explain why is medical reporter Liz Bonus with today's Living Longer report. Liz.
Hey guys, it is expected to be the biggest race on record in the tri-state. And when you see the crowds and the teams, you may not see the real difference made with every step through the money raised. So one team member who is part of the Mercy Health team that helped sponsor this event is sharing his story to let you know how the research supported by this race saves families. After years of struggling with a heart problem he didn't know about, Kyle Vath had open heart surgery and rehab for recovery.
I'm not back to 100% yet, but I'm definitely feeling better.
Dr. Bill Cook replaced a valve that was leaking in Kyle's heart with another one that looks like one of these. So I'm looking at what here?
Well, these are mechanical valves.
Newer research has literally changed the outcomes for people living with these valves.
In the 50s, before they could do open heart surgery, once you had symptoms from a bad valve, at the end of 3 years, everybody had died. So this is a good surgery. It's a good example of how we put people back on a normal life expectancy when we replace it.
Perhaps no one is more grateful for that than Kyle Vath.
It was humbling to think about if I didn't get that valve, a number of years ago, I may not be alive today.
So now Kyle has decided he will pay it forward. He will be one of more than 2,000 walking or running this weekend as part of the American Heart Association's Mercy Health team. And he says he is doing this for a very personal reason. You see, Kyle works for Mercy Health with many of those you see here from last year's Heart Mini team. Without the money they raise, along with thousands of others who run and walk in this race, Kyle knows he wouldn't likely even get to see his children grow up. So to both his co-workers and caretakers, he says a big thank you. He also says that to those in the race or cheering on the sidelines that make a difference for every heart patient.
Each person is valuable, and I think, each person that's struggling with those things, you think about that there's a life and desires and dreams and hopes that they have, and so all of that goes into helping individual people. It's not just a number or statistic.
So true. You can still register up until race day or sign up to support the Mercy Heart team. We have a link with all the details at local12.com. $3 million they're hoping for, maybe 3.4, that's the goal. And what I felt was so important was that you see the outcome. Years ago, he just wouldn't have survived. Yeah. And what a difference all these people make, all of us make that show up there.